What's up, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly. And today, we've got a couple of Kizers for the Kripple Krew, so we're just gonna get right into it. So why don't you do me a favor and stab that like button, and we're gonna talk about the Kizer Bamboo. The Kizer Bamboo is, I'm sure I'm gonna butcher this name, designed by Maxim Epifantsev, and you're looking at a 6.93 inch overall length with a 2.99 inch drop point blade of NitroV with the Blackwash coating, or a PVD coating, I should say. And you're looking at a handle length of 3.94 inches, a material of G10. Our blade stock thickness is 110 thousandths, and the weight is coming in at only 2.41 ounces. So, this came in via the passaround, and it was part of a group of Kizers. And this was the one that I expected to like the least, because typically I'm not into CEO style knives. This knife won me over the first couple of times I flipped it, because this top flipper right here just works from any angle. And then that little blade flies out. And check out this lock bar access. Tons of access on a jimped lock bar. Great action. Such a thin, light blade, and still drop shut on those bearings. Just a fidgety little knife that has a less pocket presence than my pins. And yet, this thin, slicey edge. Kizer always does a great job on their edges. And this one, even though it's been through a couple of reviewers, is still nice and sharp. So there's a couple of different options, 3 to be exact, on the Kizer Bamboo. And they're all the same price at $59.95. Or $59.25. Oh, I was trying to overcharge you 70 cents. But your 3 options are black micarta that is patterned to look like a bamboo fence and a satin finish. There's an olive green with this bamboo trunk pattern and the black PVD blade. And then this yellow that you see. And this yellow actually looks really nice in person. And I think this would be a sick one to do a fade dye from this yellow up into like a deep or a bright red. Oh, the action on this thing is great. That flipper comes back far enough, and look at the jimping on it. Perfect jimping. All the way up to the top, very tippy top of this, meaning it is absolutely reach around approved. You can do the rollover. It's just easy to flip, and the knife wants to fly out. Let me see if I can find an angle. Whoop, my finger stuck. There we go. Yeah, it just wants to fly out. The detent is tuned phenomenally. We are perfectly centered, as you would expect from a Kizer. We'll talk right quick about the NitroV blade steel. NitroV is in the same family as AEBL or 14C28N. It is a nice and tough steel, so it's a good one to use for something that comes to such a thin, pointy tip. And it's also plenty corrosion resistant. And then you have this PVD coating as an option on 2 of the 3, meaning you're really not going to have to worry about corrosion. Your liners are PVD coated, as is your reversible tip up as the gods intended deep carry pocket clip. The clip is nice and short, so it kind of looks like a pin in your pocket, and it's so thin that it easily passes as a pin in your pocket. And this would be a fantastic knife for office EDC, for, a gent's carry.
especially the micarta and satin would make a fantastic gents carry. You could carry this in your suit pocket very easily, but it's also a really nice knife that you can throw in your jeans as a 5th pocket knife if they're deep enough. Wear this with your shorts or your sweats. Good purse or pouch knife. All in all, I ended up liking this snappy bamboo quite a bit more than expected. We do have a capture pivot that is T8, and then T6 pocket screws, T8 body screws. So I wonder if that actually is reversible. Yes, it does say it's reversible. You would just put the T8s in the other side and move the T6s with the pocket clip. Just double check. Let's grab our T6. Yeah, that's T6. G10 over slightly shadow box steel liners. Fantastic knife for just under 60 bucks. I'm going to move on. Before I do, though, if you like what I do here, it only costs a couple of bucks a month to join Kripple Krew Inc., where you get access to members-only content, members-only live stream, plenty of members-only giveaways, members early access to certain reviews, and soon a members-only Discord. That couple of bucks a month really helps out the channel and what I do, but that's completely up to you. And we are going to move on to the Kizer Little Rhino. The Little Rhino is a fun knife that I really think should be offered in another style, but I will get to that in a moment. To run you through the specs, and another name that I'm sure to butcher. This is a Kapuscinski Giedemann design with a cleaver style blade. We are looking at a full tang length of 6.89 inches, and that is D2 steel on this version. There's 4 versions available. We'll get into that. With what they say is, you've got a blade length of 2.72 inches and a blade stock thickness of a nice chunky 160 thousandths. But we do have a very tall flat grind here that gets down to a plenty slicey edge while maintaining a lot of strength all the way out to that tip. We have G10 handles, and this says our handle length is 4.17 inches. Our overall weight is 3.5 ounces. Oh, our HRC on the NitroV for the bamboo was 60 to 61, exactly where you want to see it. Our HRC on this D2 is a phenomenal 60 to 62. Good job, Kizer. That means you're going to get the absolute best edge retention out of this D2 that you could. Now, it is also available, we're going to talk about that sheath in just a moment. It is also available with AEBL steel. And the AEBL comes with a beautiful burlap micarta, and it's a satin finish on the AEBL. The AEBL is corrosion resistant, whereas this D2 is not. So it has the Blackwash finish to help with that. It's not considered fully corrosion resistant. It does have some. It has 12% chromium. You're considered 18% chromium is considered stainless, 18 or above. So besides this olive green and black G10, which I think they did really well, it does look good. They have just an olive green G10 with a satin finish, a gray G10 with the Blackwash, and then, like I said, the AEBL version with burlap micarta and a satin finish. Before we get into any of the ergos, let's talk about this sheath. And Kizer did a great job on this, and it's funny because they've been so hit or miss lately. Like the muskrat, perfect. And then the beaver, huge pancake. Kizer, we want to see a lot more, especially on EDC size fixies, of these single piece taco style sheaths. This is Kydex, so it's going to be nice and tough. And we do have a drain hole for any moisture. But with a single piece taco, we only have the eyelets on one side, whereas a pancake sheath, when I say that term, it's two pieces of Kydex, and you have eyelets on both sides and around, and it makes it quite a bit thicker. A taco sheath like this keeps it as thin and short as possible, while still giving you plenty of options for mounting. You get this thin Tech-Lock style clip that has the pieces you can move to adjust to your belt size. Plus, you can carry this vertically, or you can twist it to carry it horizontally, however you would like, on whichever side you would like. So it's definitely ambidextrous. I don't mind the addition of the Tech-Lock, the skinny Tech-Lock style, even though I'm probably myself would put an ulti clip on here. And yes, you could mount your ulti clips on here just fine, or any of your other standard mounting attachments. So good job on the sheath. Our retention, nice positive click when we go in. And we'll hold it down here so we're not holding the clip at all. No rattle. Good job, Kizer. We'll go upside down. I just probably moved the camera, but whoops. So, great job on the sheath. I like this Cleaver style. I love this little horn here for the name Little Rhino. I get it. I like the angry eye. Even, it's not just for looks, even though it does make it look good and it lightens the weight a little bit. But it's a great spot to pinch and grab for some control of that blade. Now, as we talk about how awesome this blade shape is with this jimping out here, I do want to talk about the ergos. If you are in this grip with your pinky in the ring, it's very comfortable. It is comfortable, it does fit, but you're limited in what type of cuts you can make. That way you can throw this up into a pinch grip and use that very low tip. Great for utility cuts. And use that very low tip pretty well. But it's not a knife that you're going to be turning around comfortably. And you're only going to carry it one way in the reverse grip. And that is Beef Jerky Avenger. Now, in the Avenger grip, I am absolutely locked in. I've got this attitude adjuster directly in line with the bones in my arm, so I can punch with this. It's jimped all the way around so that my thumb really locks in, and it is comfortable here, but this isn't quite the blade shape that you would normally want to use this way, and there is no comfortable way to Beef Jerky Defender this. So you're really locked into two grips or a pinch grip with this knife. And that's okay if you're just planning on using this for some quick cuts and stuff. But if you're really wanting to use this as like if this is going to be on your belt when you're outdoors and you want to do anything like feather sticking or anything like that, it's not going to be comfortable for that. Now, if you were going to use this for some scraping tasks, it'd be really good for that. And you can get that about half of that belly down on a flat surface to cut if you're up in a pinch grip. I wish they offered an option without the ring. I could even deal with the skinny G10 handles, because the way that these are flared, they are not uncomfortable at all. And if this had a non-ring option, I could see myself carrying this as my EDC Fixie. Even dropping it in my front pocket with an ulti clip on that sheath. But with this ring on it, it's really limited to how you can carry it or how you can grab it. And the only easy way to grab this off your belt is to use this thumb ramp, which means you're going pinky in using the thumb ramp, and then it comes out very easily. However, if you're trying to grab it so that you can come out into that reverse grip, that sheath retention, I'm not even going to do it under the camera. That sheath retention is so tight that without using the push off, it's not easy to draw. Could you draw it? Yes, but in a beef jerky Avenger scenario, I want to know that I'm going to be able to draw it easily into this grip. And that's just not the case. And again, this isn't the blade shape I would use for this grip. I would want something straight or something curved towards what I'm going at, not away from it. The price on this is definitely fair. These are priced at $59.95. So under $60 gets you the G10, and this one has layered black and green, or you can get the solids. And the Blackwash D2 for under $60, or Burlap Micarta and NitroV, AEBL for under $60. I do think it's priced right, and I like so much about this knife. I really do. I just am not a fan of putting the ring on this knife at all. If you like this style of knife with the ring, by all means go for it. It is a good knife. They also went with T8 hardware on those scales, so that if you did end up using this for any skinning or anything like that, or if you were in an Avenger grip and you got any beef jerky juice on there, you could take the scales off to make sure that you completely clean the knife. That's a great option. And again, I dig the sheath. I'm just not a fan of putting the ring on this knife. I want to know what you guys think, though. And again, if you like this style, by all means, don't let me hold you back. It is pretty cool. However, I really dig the bamboo. I think Kizer killed it with this one. The tomb also came in this package, and I was, if you saw that review, very pleasantly surprised by the tomb, and now think that I want the Ultim version where you can see the skeleton liners. So, Kizer is doing some awesome things right now. I want to know your thoughts on the new models. There will be links below to the Kizer website that are not affiliate links, but also to Amazon for these knives. And those Amazon links will be affiliate links. They really do help the channel when you use those. Again, completely up to you. Don't forget, I will be live tonight, just like every Thursday night, for TNT. Thursday Knife Talks with DBD and War Room. We go live at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I hope to see y'all there. Until then, stay safe, stay frosty, and most importantly, stay deadly.